So I like to build this simple doors and keys controller where the player has a collider on it, and when it runs into a key, it collects the key and then destroys the key. And if it runs into a door and has a key, it destroys the door. It's simple. The key system works kind of like a Zelda dungeon does, and I'm going to show that off. So my FPS controller already has a player controller selected or built. It's just a script that I have built over the past few weeks. And the way that it works is void on trigger enter, and then compare if other.gameObject.compare tag to key or to door. I've got coins and floors, and we'll build that. Well, we'll just build it in right now. So void on trigger enter, collider other. If other.gameObject.compare tag key. Then we can have an integer, int total keys equal to 0. And we can say total keys plus equals 1 and destroy other.gameObject. So the way that on trigger enter works is that when something else enters the trigger that this script is attached to. So this script is on the same game object as the player, which also has a sphere collider with a trigger. I'll show that off too. And when something else runs into it, we get a reference to the collider that ran into our trigger, and we name it other. So if other.gameObject, the game object attached to other, if it's tagged as key, then we ran into a key. And so we add 1 to our total keys, and we destroy that object, making it look like we've grabbed it and put it in our inventory. So let's go ahead and check our doors now. So if other.gameObject.compare tag door. And then we need another if statement that says if total keys is greater than 0. Because if it's 0, then we don't have a key to open the door. So if it's greater than 0, subtract 1 from total keys, with total keys minus equals 1. And then destroy other.gameObject, which is the door. But we can have an else statement here that says debug.log, you need a key to open this door. And that's all we need. Sometimes it can be fun to get the renderer and change its color to red, but we can leave that alone for now. So let's go back here. And why don't we just create a door for our exit? Sounds fun. So here's our exit. I'm just going to focus on these two, create a 3D object cube, move it to the front, set its scale to, what do you think, 2.75, and then 2.75, and then 0.5. So snap it here. I don't want to do that. I want to select these two and focus. And then we can actually do a game object. After selecting the door, we can say move to view. And that will move it to that centered position. And then we can put this door in the doorway. I want to show off that, hey, there's something behind there, which is why I made it a little bit small. And so we'll just call this door. And we need to add some tags, but I already have them for key and for door. So we'll tag this door as a door. And then let's build a key. If we want to be a little bit fancy, we create a cylinder, rotate it 90 degrees, make it, small, so 0.5 and 0.5 and 0.05 for its height. And then we create a 3D object cube. We'll scale it down, set it to 0.05, honestly, 0.05. 0.05, Yeah, let's work from there. So scale this up a little bit. We'll scale this up quite a bit. And then we'll duplicate this. And then just scale it down like that. And voila, we have a key. So I'm going to select these 4 objects, hit F to focus, build an empty game object to be a parent. I'm going to remove the colliders on all of these boxes and on the cylinder. And then I'm just going to build 1 box collider on the parent game object to be roughly the right size as the key. We'll just bring this down like that. Yeah, that looks good. So we'll tag this as a key. Got to make those children of the key. And then let's move the key a little bit further away from the door. And let's, maybe give it a nice yellow color for a gold key. One other thing that might be nice, so we could make this key purple. And further on down the line, we could make it so that the purple key only opens the purple door. The red key only opens the red door, stuff like that. But we'll go ahead and hit play. And let's try the door first. Whenever you're doing this, you want to test, that it breaks the right way, that it doesn't work. So I get this, you need a key to open this door. And then I run over to the key and collect it. It disappears. And then I walk over to the door and it disappears. And then we go to the same level. Did I update the prefab? Is that what just happened? Interesting. Maybe change scene. Next level trigger. All platform 2. I wonder what's going on with that. Anyway, different video, right? Okay, so that's how we do our doors and keys. Let's go ahead and move our variables to the top. So just like that.